Previously on Town Hall 10 Free to Play, I shared my epic fail in the first clan war of the series. Then we did a week full of update information. Today, let me share the army that I used to farm resources without heroes. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 15 of the Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play series. Finally, we are back at it at Town Hall 10. Well, I never really stopped playing, but as of last week, we were talking about a lot of update information, but there's still no update. But this video did populate in-game recently, the developer video, so we know that everything is complete. Everything's been put out on what's to come. We just haven't seen it just yet. And when that's coming, I really don't know. We don't put a definitive date on anything because there could be some mishaps and changes along the way, and if you're expecting something to come, well, then you're going to be really upset if I put out a date, and then you're going to be like, oh, you lied to me, and we don't want to do that, right? So we want to keep you active and playing and having a good time, and that's really the point of this series. So like I said before, I didn't stop playing. In our last video, we talked about clan war and showed off what miners were unable to do in clan war, and we are still using those miners to do farming. So realistically, that is all we're going to be doing today, but we're going to do it without heroes and no clan castle troops, because realistically, we want to upgrade our heroes. And so that's what we did in the last week. It's been exactly 1 month since we've been at Town Hall 10, and you're going to notice that we got some new level cannons going on here. We do have some level 12s going on. We got like 3 of those complete, 1 more over here going, and I believe there is 1 down here in the bottom upgrading right now. So we've started to work our way into the defenses. Now I must mention that also in the last week of gameplay, I did put the Dark Spell Factory down, so I did insert that while you were watching a lot of the update information. I did upgrade that because it was about a week of upgrade time there. So that's down. We'll be done with that one here in about a day and 18 hours. And clan games also happen during this time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and claim my clan games. And let's see here. We're going to go ahead and grab one of these power potions. We're going to grab a lab potion. Remember, with the lab potion that is about to change, it's going to be 24 times boost. So that's really, really important that we could apply to our laboratory. If you are unaware of this, the laboratory takes way longer than any other defensive upgrade on this base. So we will be maxed out defensively before our lab is ever finished. So we're going to need some help, and this is really going to help us out. But this is a personal preference thing. It's really up to you on whether you value it or not. So we're also going to claim some training potions because I use those a lot. We're going to claim the builder's potions. Naturally, we're going to grab a book of heroes because we want to get our heroes upgraded. And I believe we did max out. So we're going to grab this dark elixir rune. We're going to claim our rewards, and I'm going to claim that gold rune as well, because once the update drops and the reduction of prices come around, we're going to be doing some walls really, really fast, because the price of our walls are going to reduce from 2 million down to 1 million. Also, I think we do have a training potion here as well. So I'm going to spend 25 gems there, grab a training potion, and we're going to be taking a look at this attack right here. I dropped down some trophies here. That's why there's a lot of red up there. We're going to take a look at this army right here without heroes. This is what I used in order to farm without the king and queen. They were both upgrading at the same time, thankfully. One is level 29 and the other one is going to level 29 right this second. So you're going to notice that we're using about 36 miners instead of the 25 that we were using in the previous videos. And instead of having healers in the composition, we've added some baby dragons for the exterior buildings to try to funnel our troops through the base. We're looking for mostly dead bases like such, with the expos unloaded, the inferno towers unloaded. And I understand that farming seems to be very repetitive, but that is Clash of Clans overall. Naturally, we have awesome things like clan war and trophy pushing, but in order to enhance your game, become better at the game, you have to upgrade those heroes and you have to upgrade your troops. So we got to make sure that we kind of take our time getting there and just keep stealing resources over and over and over again. So we're going to be doing some of this attacking in this video today without the use of siege machines and without the use of our queen, even though we do have her up. I do need to put her down again, but I'm going to hold off because I got a feeling, I just have a feeling that the update is going to be coming very, very soon, and I feel like if I spend 136,000 Dark Elixir, I'm going to be very upset with myself. But anyways, let's go ahead and speed this one up. That way you can see the army for yourself, screenshot it, and if you want to follow along with some of the gameplay later on in the video, make sure you stick around. We're going to be knocking out a question of the day here right now. All right, so it's time for a little bit of question of the day. We haven't done a question of the day in a couple of videos now because it's become a little too redundant. So we got one here from Phantom Foxy. Question of the day: which war attack strategy for Town Hall 10 is your favorite? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that things have changed a little bit over the years, but it hasn't changed so dramatically that there's like all these different strategies that are like not working, because there's a bunch of amazing strategies. You guys love the drag bat, you guys love the frozen witch, but I'm really totally digging that P.E.K.K.A. Hog Rider army that I used in the collaboration video with Clash Bashing. Loved that army, but here was the problem with that army, and I could not use it in my first clan war because we need to upgrade our P.E.K.K.A.s. So you're going to notice that in our upgrade priority, we've completed our miners 2 times to level 2, level 3. We knocked out our barbarians and our archers, so that way we can do a barch with level 7 barbs and archers. And now we are upgrading our P.E.K.K.A.s to level 5. Now these P.E.K.K.A.s also go up to level 6, so I need to upgrade them again. And then after that, we plan to upgrade the Hog Riders to level 6 as well. So that is by far my favorite army to use in clan war because it's super duper expensive and you do not want to use that to farm with. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you have a question of your own, go down in the comments below and hashtag question of the day. This will not be the only one that we do. It just won't be every single video. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get this party started on a very dead base with 561,000 gold, 542,000 elixir, little bit of dark elixir, not as much as I'd like. But here's the thing, we're going to go with no clan castle troops, no siege machines, and we're going to try not to use this queen unless we absolutely have to at the end of the attack. She is not needed for this. But we do have some baby dragons that we're going to use to try to funnel a little bit and try to keep our miners in one general path. That's really what you want to do with the miners, is keep them together. That way they do not spread out and you're not spreading your heal spells out across the base. We want to try to keep them grouped up. Now, we're only working with level 2 baby dragons, so they're not necessarily the strongest, and that is something that we do have to concern ourselves about until we upgrade them. So we're going to drop another baby dragon here. Let's go ahead and drop a little bit of miners over here and try to clear out some of these buildings. Let's drop some there. We're going to hold on to 28 for the top side of this base and keep them moving up towards the top where all the loot seems to be. I mean, we could start out up there. Definitely could start out up there. We're going to drop a heal spell in this location, try to grab that gold over there. There's some gold and there's some dark elixir and there's a clan castle. And you'll notice that we were able to clear out some of this area, but at the same time, there's a lot of defenses. So this is where I really do appreciate a queen walk miner attack, because the queen walk can clear out a lot more than what the miners can do. So we got this little area down here cleared out. So we're going to really target this zone up here because there's a lot of gold and there's a lot of the resources. So let's go spread out our miners. Maybe if I can touch the screen. Come on. You come on, little buddies. And we got a wizard we can drop over there, and we're going to let these miners work. Now, we have 3 heal spells that we're going to try to use, as well as a rage spell. We could replace some of these and, add in a second rage spell to kind of boost up the miners. We do have the queen available just in case we need to use her, but we're trying to do some farming without the queen, without the king. The king's currently under upgrade, obviously. So let's go ahead and drop this rage spell in this location, try to keep these miners going through the base to grab some loot over here. And we have one more heal spell. We got elixir being taken out. They're working on the king. Miners have worked their way into a bomb tower location, and they're going to split. So this is one of the things about the miners that I really just don't like, is that they like to split on you, and they tend to avoid certain situations. So you got to really understand their mechanics and where they work, and they target everything. So that's one of the things that's a little bit of a downfall for them. One of the armies that I do want to try is something that was recommended to us a few weeks ago, which was a baby dragon army. I'm going to probably be training that up here very soon and seeing how much loot we can pull with it, just to give us a little bit of different options. That's one of the best things about this series, is that we try out different things. So let us know what your favorite army is down in the comments below. Make sure it's not a heavy dark elixir army, because we want to try to avoid using dark elixir, and we're really going to target just, everything. We're targeting everything because we want to keep our heroes upgrading. So we're going to use that queen to grab that little bit of elixir up there, and I think we're going to have to bail on this raid. This is farming, guys. This is not clan war, so I'm not worried about the 3-star, but I'm looking at this massive amount of loot. That's what we're after here. Okay, so quickly I want to show you this scenario that could happen if you want to hit Town Hall 9s that have lots and lots of loot, because it's only natural. We're going to be searching through bases, not finding any dead ones, and you're going to stumble across a Town Hall 9 with a ton of loot. Well, be aware that the clan castle could have an electro dragon inside. Without your king and queen to really defend and take down that electro dragon, the miners will have a really difficult time taking down the base. So more than likely, this is what's going to happen right here. Electro dragon coming from the clan castle and zapping your miners. But Don't freak out. It's okay. You can drop heal spells and rage spells to carry these miners in deeper into the base to try to get some of your loot back for the army that you just spent if you're using this army, because again, it is an expensive elixir army, so we want to try to recoup some of the resources that we spent to train this army. So the miners are in the core. We're using heal spells. We're using the rage spell in this location over here. We're going to grab some of this gold, and the miners are going to get tied up on things. And this is where the Electro Dragon really reigns supreme and shuts down the miners. So again, yeah, you're bully shotting against the Town Hall 9, but be aware that they can defend themselves as well with the ability to request an E-Drag. So enough of that. We got that out of the way. I have no problem showing off a pseudo failed attack, because if I don't show it and I show perfect raids all the time, it's really, really unrealistic, and it kind of defeats the purpose of this series. All right, so there are just some days that there's just no loot available on any base that you select. You just have to keep hitting next, or just close out the application and come back at a later time. So I spent about 5 minutes trying to find this base. So it's kind of difficult when you're in the middle of a recording session trying to find a base. So we do have a single target Inferno Towers, but there's a bunch of loot on the outsides of the base, and there's some on the insides of the base. So we're going to use Baby Dragon in this location. Looks like the air defenses are tucked inside the base, and so what we're going to do is try to funnel a little bit with our Baby Dragons and place our miners. Let's do miners right here. And let's try to keep the miners focused inside the base, moving towards the Town Hall's location. Now, we do have to worry about Hidden Tesla Farm location in the core, so this is where we're going to probably use our heal spell, and we need to drop our freeze spell. We're going to drop a freeze spell right here. And let's go ahead and freeze this location, although I probably should have just held on to them for the Inferno Towers themselves. We're not using our queen. Remember, we're going to hold on to that queen for a little bit and try to save her for the back end of the attack. Let's get the Town Hall down, and we're going to grab the Town Hall and hold on to our wizard for some loot on the other side as well. I think there's some loot down here on the bottom side, so we can drop our wizard down there. And the miners have cleared out the Inferno Towers, but they've made it to a location where they got to deal with expos. So let's drop a heal spell here, and let's drop a heal spell here. They're working their way down into Wizard Tower. So this is realistically why I'd like to find incredibly dead bases, but right now they're just not presenting themselves. It's really kind of frustrating, to be honest with you, but it's just one of those things that you have to worry about with this game. All right, so we got a little bit of loot in this location here, and we have loot down here on the bottom side of the base. So let's try to take advantage of the fact that the miners are, well, we should have dropped that queen a little bit sooner, but it is what it is, right? So queen's going to work her way down towards the archer tower. We're going to probably have to use her ability because she's having to deal with that archer tower, and there's no other defenses that she really has to worry about too much. We do have a mortar and a wizard tower, but the wizard tower is tucked in a little bit. So let's let her take out this elixir storage. She's going to work down towards this barracks, and hopefully she continues to go down towards the king's location. Maybe. All right, let's go ahead and use her ability now. Get rid of that mortar, and let's go ahead and grab a little bit more loot. Not as much loot as I would like, but again, I'm going to go after this attack and try to find a more dead base, and we're going to finish up the video there. Today's just hasn't been the best on loot, even though we've gained a little bit since the beginning of this video. It's not as much as I would absolutely like to have. Queen's going to die right there, and that's going to be where we finish it off. Let's see what we walked away. Oh, hold on, hold that thought. We got Archer. Archer's going to grab a little bit more, then the Archer's going to die, and we walked away with a little over 400,000 right there. Alrighty then, so we're going to finish up this video on this final base. Thankfully, we found a dead one. It took us a little bit of time, but we did get one. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to drop, let's drop some miners over here. I want to try to grab that air defense. That way our baby dragons are able to grab some additional resources as well. Hopefully those miners target where we want them to go. All right, so we dropped a heal spell in that location where they're being targeted by multiple defenses. Miners have spread out. We got some going up towards the top side of the base, and we got some working their way down towards the bottom side of the base. So let's go ahead and do this. We want to target most of our defenses and really keep the miners focused in a location where it really truly matters. Again, we're not going to use our queen in this situation. We want to try to make sure that we're showing attacks without king, without queen, without clan castle troops. Let's drop a heal spell in this location here, and let's see if we can find some more resources that we can grab without the miners. Let's drop a baby dragon there. No air defense in range. Not too bad. We're going to grab some gold out of that location. There is some gold right here as well. And where did our miners go? So the miners are over here where the queen's located. we might be able to grab a win, but we're not going to grab a 3-star. Granted, this is a Town Hall 11 base, even though it's very much dead. Those defenses do have levels, and they are still very much alive, at least the hidden Teslas, archer towers, and the cannons and stuff like that. All right, so there's some dark elixir down here on the bottom side of the base that we would love to grab. Let's go ahead and wait a minute, hold that thought. Let's go ahead and drop a rage spell in this location here. Let's go ahead and drop a, let's make sure I check the top side of the base. All right, baby dragon here to grab this dark elixir. There was about 5,000 dark elixir available, so baby dragon's gonna face off against an archer tower and a wizard tower, and looks like our miners did go around the top side of the base. So I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of cheating, I guess you could say, and drop our queen since we have the loot and we do have her available. She's taking on 2 cannons at once. Let's drop a wizard there to help out, and let's use that queen's ability to grab that dark elixir. Miners have made it through the other side of the base. We've grabbed all the loot. That's exactly what we intended to do. So again, realistically, overall, we did not necessarily need heroes, but since we did have the queen available, why not use her and at least grab what's available on that side of the base? But you have to be strategic about it. Not every single attack is going to look exactly the same. And if you're farming, you should not really be too concerned about the 3-star, because that is not our goal. Our goal is resources over and over and over again. But either way, that is going to be it for today. Let me go ahead and bail on this raid and see what we walked away with. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Very nice. And so from here, we're going to be hopeful, very hopeful for an update to drop very, very soon, guys. I understand that it's very, very frustrating for some of you guys out there, but be aware, at least the game is doing something. The developers are working really hard to get us an update and do nice new things with the game. If you enjoyed today's content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there. We will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.